Hi, welcome to Home Farm. Today we're going to be unboxing, installing and reviewing this Eve indoor security camera.
So it's another product from Eve, so this is exciting.
It certainly is.
We do like Eve products typically, so I'm excited to see what this is.
Me too.
So it's an indoor camera.
It's an indoor security camera, but other than having the security element, we're going to use it slightly differently. We've installed the Eve strip lights in our kitchen, and it's
not okay. I know that.
So it gets quite dark down here in the nighttime when the lights go off.
It gets really
So
dark.
if for whatever reason we need to come down, we're almost going to use this camera like a motion detector. So when we come down, it'll trigger the lights. So we actually have light when we come down the stairs.
Wow, that's very cool.
It is really cool. And obviously it still functions as a security camera if that's your main goal.
One thing we really like about Eve, and especially when you said to me it was a camera, was that Eve have got very strict policy on privacy, 100% privacy. So they don't take your recordings, they don't take your data.
They don't track anything.
And I think that that's really, for us, I mean, you know, it's valuable. I mean, you just, especially when it is an indoor camera and it's in your home.
Definitely.
And, you know, you're potentially walking around your home, your kids are running around your home. You just want to be private, don't you? So I think that that's really a good policy.
It's an excellent point because a lot of the other indoor camera manufacturers, they all have cloud storage, and you don't ultimately know, what happens to that data in that actual storage. Where this all runs, either you can keep it all stored inside your house, or you can utilize the iCloud. But obviously then you have Apple's side of things, which Apple are also very, very strict about privacy and their policies. So you are actually quite secure with regards to, I think, the actual recordings of this particular camera.
We typically like their packaging. Their packaging is really cool, it's really simple and slick. So I'm presuming this will be as well.
I think so too.
It is a black camera. I'm not sure why they've done that because a lot of their products are white. And white kind of tends to blend into houses more often, into walls and things.
I think their cameras are only black, to be honest. I don't think they actually have a white version. Oh, wow, it's tiny.
Still shorter than my hand.
Yeah, it's tiny. It's a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah. And what's nice about it is it's actually got a tilt. So it's almost got this little hinge here, so you can tilt it down. So that's quite good, actually, especially if you were to mount this
I think you can
on a wall.
I think you can. Well,
so if you mount it on a wall like that, you could tilt it up to look down, or just on a tabletop. Are we just going to put it on a tabletop?
I think so. I think we'll just leave it in the kitchen. We haven't actually decided on the exact location. I was thinking that our kitchen area is probably the best positioning for that, purely because it's the most central point of the house. We could put it in the hallway facing the door, but we've got other security cameras outside that are already kind of keeping tabs of them. I actually want to use this more.
As an indoor option.
Yeah, exactly, more so than I do a camera. So in the box, you also get an assortment of plugs for different locations. We'll be using the British plug, which is this one here.
Yeah, okay.
Give me a hand.
Yeah, that's a plug.
Nothing exciting about it. The actual cable.
So it's a USB. So it's a USB to the plug.
Yeah, it'll be a USB to the plug.
Yeah, I've got to say, Eve are very clever with their designs. They're always as small as possible. They make them as compact as possible and really minimal in design. And I think that really works for their technology because it really does help to just slide into your home aesthetics and not be too noticeable.
They're modern, but not crazy modern. They're not kind of space age designs. They're just slick and nice. So I mean, we've got a period property with some modernish type elements to it, and they blend in. And obviously, if you've got a modern house, I would imagine it'll work too. And then the last couple of bits, I would imagine, are the wall mounting bits. So we will see what we do with ours. So we've been using the camera for about 2 weeks. And it's been a mixed bag, to be honest, for me.
Has it?
Yeah, so we mentioned at the outset that I predominantly wanted to use it as a motion detector.
True.
At night time, so when I come down the stairs, so it would actually turn the lights on. I think the biggest disappointment with that has been that the night sensor only detects up to about 5 meters. So I need to make my way just about all the way down the stairs in the pitch dark before I can actually, before the camera actually picks me up. And the other kind of frustrating thing is that you can't really configure the camera to distinguish between humans or animals. So we discovered...
got quite a lot of footage of Olive
turning the lights on.
Doing naughty things. Yes, she was inadvertently turning the lights on all the time.
So when you actually install the camera, you use the Eve app for that. Very quick, very easy, as with all Eve products. There's only one setting in the Eve app, and that is to switch on detection for lights and to stipulate a time frame for that to happen.
Right.
So I set ours up to basically kick in at about 10:30 at night time and to switch off at 7. All the other settings, of which there are quite a lot, are all done via the HomeKit app.
Okay.
So when you go into the HomeKit app, you can actually choose, again, the motion detection and how you want that to work.
Right.
The problem there is that you can only switch on motion detection across the board. So you can't say motion detection only for humans or for animals to turn the lights on.
Okay.
Which is why Olive, when she'd walk around at night or jump up on the counters...
Very naughty. We didn't even know she was doing that.
Yeah.
She's not allowed to do that during the days. She never ever jumps on the counters during the days.
No.
She knows she's not allowed to.
Yeah.
But nighttime...
She's been on there.
She was lying there at King of the
totally.
Castle, completely laid out flat like that. Like a... Yeah, she was loving life
Very, very
on
cheeky.
the counters.
The one thing that you can actually set, which we've done, is that because we're home all the time, we don't want the camera recording us all the time.
Yeah.
So you can actually stipulate what kind of recording you want to happen. So basically, we've just said only record the animals. So if they do something crazy, if they're up on the counters, at least we know that they're doing that. So we're not recording ourselves.
Good.
You can record vehicles. Obviously, the way that our camera is positioned, it's never going to pick cars up. But if you've got a house that does have a view maybe out the window, you can actually set that to also record vehicles. So from a recording perspective, it is customizable for humans, animals, and vehicles.
Okay, well that's good to know.
Yeah.
Because I think predominantly that's what a lot of people will be using it for anyway.
I think so.
I don't think a lot of people will be using it for lights turning on and off.
No.
I think that was quite kind of specific to our requirements.
Yeah.
But good that you can record things. And as you said, if you want to put the camera near, facing a front door, and maybe there's a window next to the front door, and you want to pick up any cars pulling into the driveway or anything from a security perspective, that's really great.
Amazing.
And the quality of the picture?
The picture quality is excellent. The one thing I will say, it's a 150-degree field of vision, and it is quite noticeably fish-eyed on the sides. But again, this isn't a camera that you're going to be recording high-definition footage for. So obviously, it's utilized a smaller lens in a very small form factor, and the fisheye is just one of the outcomes of that.
Okay.
The night vision is also very good. Like I said, the only drawback is that the sensor is quite limited at only 5 meters.
Yeah.
So 5 meters is not a huge amount of distance for something to actually go across the actual camera at night.
Yeah.
To do it during the day, it picks the cats up a lot further than that. But at night time, that 5-minute limit is just something you need to consider.
5 meter, okay.
The other very important point is that, as with all Eve products, this works with Apple only.
Yes.
And this is the key to this particular camera, is that if you only wanted to live stream, so basically if, for example, you've just set it to motion detect and you come across, you'll get a notification, you'll have to log in with your phone immediately to see what's happening. You don't have the ability to record.
Oh.
You only get the ability to record if you've got a paid-for plan with Apple.
Oh.
So I think it's the 500 GB plan. Will allow you to use 1 camera.
Okay.
And if you want to install up to 5 cameras, you've got to have a 2 terabyte plan with Apple.
Wow.
We've got a 2 terabyte plan because we share an account, so we've got a lot of videos and a lot of photos, so we share, so we could set up to 5.
Okay.
But that is quite an important consideration, that if you want to record, you do need these plans. However, the recordings don't actually take away the amount of space you've got. So if you've got a 2 terabyte plan with them and you recorded like 20 videos, it's not taken away from your 2 terabyte plan.
Oh, that's handy to know. That's good to know.
And you've got 7 days to access that footage, and after that time, Apple deletes it.
Oh, right. Okay.
So if you have got like something important from a security perspective, or maybe one of the animals has done something funny, you've got up to 7 days to actually pull that, and that works fantastically well. It's all done through the HomeKit app.
Okay.
You basically just log in. There's a little bar at the bottom with all the little different footage that you've got. So because we've got cats on, it's got a little paw print.
Great.
You can see what it is. You click it. It downloads. It obviously streams off the iCloud. You can view it. Okay. But it is just one of those things. If you want to record, you do need a data plan.
Okay, that's good to know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't really used it. So from my perspective, it's really been just an aesthetics thing. I like the fact it just sits there as far as I'm concerned. I'm not really using it per se. So It looks nice, it's small. I would say it is black. Obviously, it's black. I mean, it's pretty obvious. It's pretty obvious it's black and not white, which a lot of the Eve products are white. So I think it is something to just, you know, be conscious of if you're going to be purchasing it and you are expecting, like, you're buying a bunch of Eve products, or you've bought Eve products in the past, they've all been white and you just expect it to turn up white. It's not. This one was black. So that's kind of just something to keep in mind from an aesthetics where you're going to be putting it, especially if you were putting it in an area that you wanted it for security reasons. You don't want it to be very noticeable or visible. So against a white wall, it will be quite visible and noticeable. Also on the stand, it's got a rubber padding, if you like, on the very bottom of it, which is quite good because it does actually kind of almost grip. It's like, you know, those suction things that you get in the shower that suction the tiles. This almost, I wouldn't as strong, but it kind of has almost the same thing. So when you put it on a work surface, it does kind of almost feel like it's on there, which is good because it doesn't fall over easily, because obviously this being quite a top heavy design, you kind of think, well, maybe it'll tip over if you just knock it gently, but it actually doesn't do that, which is good.
The other really handy thing is that the bottom's magnetized.
I will demonstrate.
So if you've got any metal
tape measure.
Yeah, it's cool. So if you've got any metal, maybe a frame or whatever it is, you can actually suspend it upside down. The magnet is remarkably strong. We've actually clipped it against the oven door. It literally stays in place. The other feature that Eve liked to promote is the fact that you can almost use this as an intercom or like a walkie-talkie. So if you've got obviously an app and somebody's sitting in the room where you've left the camera, you can actually have a full-on two-way conversation with them.
Oh, really?
So the back actually acts as a speaker and a microphone. I just tested it in here. I got a little bit of feedback at the time, but it is remarkably loud. So yeah, you could probably give somebody a real fright. Like,
scream at the kids, dinner! Dinner's ready!
So from that perspective, again, just an interesting feature.
Wow, that's cool.
So our primary reason for getting this was that we wanted to have a motion detector first and foremost and a security camera second. As it turns out, it is a far better security camera. It probably makes sense because it's sold as a security camera. So if you're in the market for one, it's got a great feature set, the video quality is great, and it uses HomeKit's secure video, which means it's end-to-end encrypted. So you have got that security and that privacy, which I think is quite important.
So we hope you found this video useful and interesting. If you did, please subscribe and give us a thumbs up. We hope to see you on our next video. Thanks very much for watching and have a great day.